Alright. Alright, everybody. Welcome back to the Spotlight. And tonight's game brings its own light to it. Tales of the Neon Sea. Now, I really like this game. It didn't review terribly well. There's honestly not a lot to it. It's kind of a rare case where it's almost entirely on the strength of its presentation that kind of appealed to me. It's this 2D adventure game, not even really a point and click per se. You just carry around various items, you solve some abstract puzzles to progress. There's some recurring mechanics, but this isn't really something you play for the gameplay. But yeah, I wanted to show it off a little bit because I really do like how it looks. I like the feel of it. It superficially resembles a cyberpunk noir adventure, but there's some distinguishing elements. Yeah, we will not be using a gamepad tonight. There's some distinguishing elements that make it a little more charming and a little less dreary than the genre usually offers. Anyway, I actually updated it not too long ago. It was a Kickstarter title, and they eventually, when it first came out, it stopped at kind of a cliffhanger with a to-be-continued thing going on, and they just recently, I want to say like within the last year or so, finally put the ending out. And it was a reasonably satisfying conclusion. Anyway, yeah, all we know right now is we are this seemingly standard hard-boiled detective. We're in some creepy basement, and there's a thing after us. Yep. Alright, time to motor. There's a bird mask dude coming after us. Alright. Haul ass, detective. The thing can teleport. Oop. Uh-oh. I guess we're being chased by basically the Grim Reaper. You might as well jump, huh? Embrace your Ritter Van Halen. So yeah, game just started. We're already in the sewers. Things can only go up from here. Alright, so the guy chasing us is Noah. We don't really know what his deal is. It's not even 100% clear what we're seeing is real in that sense. But the injuries we're currently suffering are very real. Our hero, Rex, is part cyborg. Oh, and a rat's running off with our hat. Definitely can't. Detective cannot leave without his hat. A double sewer is not out of the realm of possibility. Let's say we enter other areas not unlike this. But anyway, this is an example of the puzzles we'll have to solve. Usually it involves throwing various switches in the environment and working with working with environmental mechanics to progress that vary a little bit from stage to stage, but usually have the same basic motion to them. In this case, yeah, here we go. Got my hat. Outstanding. I mean, without the hat, a detective is just some loser in a trench coat. Alright. Right. Mushrooms, the glowing mushrooms are poisonous. This almost certainly implies that we are tripping balls as we die somewhere. Yep. This flyer advocates roverism and seems to be about a group of people who believe in Basan. This madman Noah is a believer in this Basan. So yeah, one distinguishing characteristic is they're actually, unlike most science fiction, there's actually a reasonable degree of integration between humans and robots. Artificial intelligence came and went, and it's reasonably... There's still some tension between humans and artificial beings, but for the most part, they're able to function. It's not like there's some impending robot revolution, although there was something like it in the past. Anyway, we found some tools. Let's get to this convenient repair bench and start fixing ourselves up. Oh shit, something's coming after us. Something's in the fence. Hey, it's Kitty. Behold our partner, William. William is an especially intelligent cat, and unlike most examples of pet companions, William will be a big help throughout the story, and you'll actually play as him in a couple parts. He literally helps the detectives solve crimes and actually escape from a few dangerous situations. And he's absolutely adorable. There are actually sequences where you play as him talking to other cats, and they have, like, normal human conversations. And it's implied that he has a degree of intelligence that at least matches, if not exceeds, that of humans. So yeah, this is another distinguishing element. Oh, generator's completely dry. Alright, so we need power cells. So we're going to have to find a battery source before we can charge this thing up. And we also need to find a cable. Mechanical parts are stored, but it's empty. Alright, so we need to find various things to fix up this bench. That's our first puzzle for the game. Yep. Yes! Feast on that cybernetic rodent, William. Wait a second, could this be? Ah! So the power sack inside the robot is conveniently of a configuration that will work on the workbench. 3 empty power slots, so we need 3 power sacks. Alright, so William is going to help us catch some cyber rats. By catch, I mean kill. I think we might be able to salvage something from this guy. Alright. Harvest from the dead. Harvest from the dead, Rex. They're not people like us. Aww. Now William's volunteering to go in and catch some rats for us. Alright. This is a delicate operation, William. I'm counting on you. We need you to take their batteries intact. The rest of them you can do with as you will. Yeah, this is a cute little pictogram saying we need to sneak up on the rats so we can pounce on them. And off we go. Alright. So there's one right above us, and as you can see, if we pop up there, we'll be right in front of him. So let's go up here instead. And yeah, so you can see we have to navigate the environment, chase them around until we can get them from behind. Yes! Claim your first victim, William. Yes! That's 2. Alright, back up we go. And over here makes 3. Wah! Outstanding. Thank you, William. Yeah, see, when he's by himself or talking to other cats, he basically speaks and thinks intelligently, like a person. Hey, Kren. Yeah, it's not the first game that's had a concept basically like this, but yeah, we have a detective and his intelligent cat who basically serves as a partner, and you sort of alternate between them as you go around solving crimes. Alright. Got the wires, now let's head back to the bench and start fixing stuff up. Hey, Fen. But anyway, I mentioned that this had kind of the trappings of cyberpunk, but it doesn't really fit. It's just more of an aesthetic. Like, it's really more of a noir story. In fact, I wanted to distinguish between cyberpunk and what I'm going to start calling cybernoir. They're superficially similar, like, they usually involve the same look and feel, which is pretty much just copying Blade Runner at this point. Yeah, he's got kind of a... He's got, like, cyber eyes, basically. The whole thing with Rex and his backstories, he's unwittingly had some life-saving $6 million man stuff put into him. But it's basically just so he can function. He doesn't get, like, superpowers or anything. Alright, so we need to organize these things in order to get a proper power circuit from least to greatest. Yeah, you can see them light up, and you can kind of get the sense... I think... Not quite. Takes a little bit of finagling before you figure out the order of dependency. But eventually... There we go. Alright. So that's good to go. Now we replace the cables. And put in the components we need to fix ourselves. Alright. Up on the table, Rex. Conquer your fears. You're just doing surgery in a sewer workshop with parts you've found lying on the ground. Alright, so now we're going back to where it actually began. All that was like nominally a prologue, but it happens much, much later in the story. And we eventually catch up to where we were. Yep. Oh, I know that feeling. Ain't nobody wants to get up this early in the morning, whatever time it is. Yep, looks like our robot buddy needs a routine checkup. All good, Ivory. Go ahead and relax. I'll note our protagonist went to bed fully dressed, because he's a responsible private investigator. So yeah, rough overview, the parts that are still human, and the parts that have been replaced. He's had a bit of a rough go of it in his backstory. He used to be a police detective, and then he had a fatal accident that's actually killed his previous partner. Well, the fatal accident was to his previous partner, but it also badly wounded him. And he wound up getting a whole bunch of robot parts in order to keep functional. But unfortunately, they're starting to wear down. So yeah, he had artificial eyes. Part of his brain was put back in. He's going through some shit. Blah. So yeah, he's parts for Relic Museum. Yep, he's gonna blow himself up. He's having a sad. Alright, so yeah, our robot buddy, his maintenance is a fair bit overdue, and that'll form the next bit of puzzling we have to work with. But yeah, we're allowed to walk around his apartment and get a sense for what kind of place he lives in. I kind of like this place because it's separate. Like, it's obvious he's let himself go. His glory days are long behind him. And he collects a lot of weird and esoteric junk. But it's a bit different from your standard detective fare. It's not like some dingy office just waiting for the next case to come in. It's just kind of a nice... Reasonably, it would be nice if he took better care of it, but yeah, it's a nice... It's I'm not sure if it's like an apartment or a flat or something, but it's a reasonably nice place, and the more you play, the more you get a sense that Rex himself doesn't really fit the usual mold of a hard-boiled detective. Like, he's actually kind of a decent person, and he fits kind of a J.C. Denton archetype, where he doesn't emote a lot, but he's also just kind of broadly decent to people, and usually helpful and willing to be professional when dealing with people and suspects. Anyway, we gotta get the lights on. Oops, circuit downstairs malfunctioned. So yeah, stuff in here is kind of falling apart. Alright. Uh-oh. We got us something in the armor here. Back down to fix the lights. Alright, we got us another puzzle. Outstanding. Yeah, the big issue with this game is that it's an adventure game of the mold that random puzzles equals gameplay. And there's not a lot that I would call a particularly distinct mechanic. So you just kind of have random mini-games when you're trying to do stuff. Shit, I'm kind of fucking this up. So, we need... Alright. So, let's do this. Hey, there we go. Alright. Yeah, usually they're not too annoying. Like, the nicest thing I can say about them is the best of them don't get much in the way. And it's more about, the more interesting puzzles are usually about when you investigate crime scenes and start piecing together clues for the overall mystery. But yeah, it comes up with a lot of things that are just about unlocking a door, getting power working, or otherwise finding the way to progress. Anyway, it looks like our friend William is stuck in the armor here. Yep. Armor is stuck. We can't get it open. We need to find a way to get him out. Says he sent him out his armor after his death. So our robot buddy is superstitious, and he thinks if the armor is separated from its weapon, the armor will not unlock. So we need to find a sword in order to get the armor to open up. Which I believe is around here somewhere. It's either that or downstairs. It's off the shelf. Yep. Now, if I recall right, yeah, here we go. So yeah, there's a little codex you get about various characters in the case. Information about life in Starlight City, where the game is set. And about the history of human-robot relations, which, as mentioned, there was a human-robot war within living memory. Things have mostly settled down, but there's still some people that are struggling to adjust to living alongside robots. There's actually a robotic candidate for mayor for the first time, and that is a small point of contention in the background. And yeah, the puzzles are always kind of running by weird, arbitrary rules that fit the usual puzzle mold, and like I said, usually aren't too offensive, but occasionally complicate things that shouldn't be complicated. So yeah, our sword was left here in the bathroom near the towel rack, because as mentioned, we are a particularly well-organized detective. Suitable for use as a clothes hanger. But yeah, in spite of our protagonist's odd choice of heirlooms and other assorted trinkets, there's something oddly comfy about this place. Like, the music in the background's kind of nice. The sky is literally pink because they've got a Midgar thing going on with the city outside. There's an upper level where all the rich people live, and Rex is down here with the working class. Anyway, reuniting the sword with the armor lets William free. How did you end up in there, buddy? Aww. So yeah, it's possible we have haunted armor. It's hard to say. They sort of don't touch on this again. Alright, with that sorted out, let's get our other neglected friend here some much-needed maintenance. Alright, what's the story here, brother? Alright, either the processor or the decoder isn't working. We're missing a processor on the first floor. Alright. No more decoders left, but it might be possible to get one from other household appliances with the dismantling tool. Got it! This is something that will come up from time to time. You're going to bash together a lot of objects from other things you find lying around. Usually disassembling old machines to get just enough parts to get by. So, let's find us that processor. Oop. Back down, Rex. There you go. I believe it's this way. Surprisingly, no comment about the painting that's been slashed across. So we have 2 sets of haunted armor. Excellent. But yeah, I kind of, like, look the... It's weird to think of a city over a city not feeling oppressive, but there is something kind of chill and comfortable about, like, this soft pink sky and the city that, yes, obviously there are still tensions, there's still problems. This guy also played with me, better pretend I didn't see him. Aw. Rex, you gotta pet that kitty more often. Right. So our processor's up in that box up there. We can't get it, but someone much lighter and more nimble can. Sticky notes. Let's see. There should be some cat food around here somewhere. Oh, okay. We can just ask him. You know what? Let's give him some fish. Aw, kitty doesn't want fish. Alright, we'll take him out for a walk. Yay! Perfect. Thanks. That's definitely how we want to treat processors in this house. Don't renege on a deal, Rex. You promised the kitty a walk. Good man. Alright, now we need the tool. Ralph, I'm searching the area, wonder if he's still alive. Oh, I think we'll find out. I think that's back upstairs. Not a lot of places in here, just enough where we'll occasionally have to... I think this might actually be, yeah, this is a relevant puzzle thing. 7322. Got it. Oh, I think I know where this... I think I know. It is definitely that kind of puzzle game, where people hide combinations in needlessly obtuse locations. Yep. Of course, it's not that simple. We have to look over here. 7322. Got it. Down, E, down. Got it. Yeet! Oh yeah, give me that tool. Alright, so household appliances that have a compatible decoder. This, I remember, we pull it from the dryer. In the grim darkness of the neon pink future, dryers have circuitry that's compatible with household robots. Here we go. Yeah. Nice. Not actually sure what that is. The washing machine's upstairs. Maybe that is the dryer. Yeah, it has to be. Alright, BBX. We got your parts, brother. Yep. Alright. Parts replaced. Let's fix some stuff. Alright, match the frequency to preset shape. No problem. Alright, so... Oop. There we are. A little bit of adjusting. Voila! Next one. Two, and... Check me out, I'm a robot repair technician. Take that, everyone who thought I'd never amount to anything. Dad. Hey, what's going on here? Oh. Oh, joy. Alright. Sadly, grabbing random parts from around the house did not provide the parts we needed to fix our sophisticated robot friend. Alright. He's shut down, so we're gonna have to get some actual parts to fix him up. Alright. Pretty much done here, I think. Chemical lab, that's fine. I note he appears to have an action figure of himself. Let's get out and take William for a walk. Come on, old buddy. Adventure awaits. Yep. Uh-oh. Aw, he found a lady cat to go play with. Go chase that tail, William. Aw. Ah, the 712 shop. Excellent. Just legally distinct enough. But yeah, I really love the look of this game. Just every scene just has so much color on it, so much detail and character. Chat of recent gossip, here we go. Here's one thing, actually. Some people are terrified because they saw some strange shadows moving near the entrance of the sewers, but I didn't see anything when I went there. So there are paranormal beings there. Interesting. Alright, what about the election? Someone be interested in that? Yeah, as mentioned, one of the candidates for mayor is a robot. Appears to be a first, that's basically the first it's happened. That's sort of bringing some old tensions to bear. Hey, Zero. You just missed William. He dashed off to chase after a lady cat. But we will see him again before long. No thanks. Feel bad about taking candy from a baby. But yeah, as mentioned, like I said, I really like the overall look and feel of this game. Just the amount of detail they put into it, the absolutely gorgeous pixel art. Obviously, we're in the more rundown part of town, but there's still character to it, it's still life. It doesn't feel as grimy and gritty as you usually get with, like, a cyberpunk setting. And like I said, oh, here we go. Our proprietor is doing his work from home stuff. Good man. Any cheap decoders or processors? Secondhand stuff's over there. Check it yourself. Got it. I think we got us a Judge Dredd reference here with this big guy. The Army had quite a bit of a reputation back then. Yep. Poor old guy's basically a museum piece now. Keep on keeping on, friend. Alright, I think Morax here is kind of hustling us. Seriously, 30% cheaper than market value? Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I think it was called an ABC bot or something. Offer you to become a test subject still stands. Oh yeah, so Morax knows about us and how we have history, and we are the traumatic accident that led to our unwitting cyborgification, and he wants to run some tests on us. So yeah, Rex is kind of known around these parts. Mostly still liked, but he's also kind of a bum lately because he hasn't had a lot of work. Hey, there's William. What's up, brother? Oh, shit. William brought over a piece of cloth with some blood on it. What have you been up to, man? Are you hunting mice again? He's anxious. Something must have happened. Can't do anything else for BBX right now. Let's follow him and take a look. Alright. Let's get up to some adventure mysteries. But yeah, like I was saying, like, noir and cyberpunk and what I'm going to call cybernoir, they're superficially similar, but, I mean, they involve a lot of the same aesthetics, but no thanks, I'm good. Punk inherently has some strains of, like, rebelling against authority, questioning basic tenets of society. Like, transhumanism is a recurring element in cyberpunk because it challenges human identity and the traditional ways we define ourselves. Usually up against, like, a megacorp or the governor, or, like, the government or some other entity in a position of control. Noir is a bit more personal, a bit more mystery-focused. Yep. That's the white cat that William went chasing after earlier. Hey! Sounds like he picked the winner. Nice to meet you, Elizabeth. Uh-oh. Alright, Kitty's not hurt, but she's got some blood on her. We've got some shit going on here. Please do not feed street cats. Screw that, I will do what I need to here. But yeah, Noir, like I said, it's a bit more about the day-to-day mood. It's about feeling the world, I have a feeling that's the plot thing I want us to look at. I'm just going to look around a little bit more. Hey, look at this big guy here. In fact, Gray Cat sleeping on the dumpster. Big old eye patch, that's cute. But yeah, truck's blocking the way. Yeah, Noir is about feeling the world push down on you and the weight of your past while trying to press on with some more immediate problem. You might win in the end, but larger issues tend to stay unresolved. Let's take a look here. Oh, shit. Alright. A big point with this game is that it kind of takes some pretty jarring tonal shifts. You have a really gorgeous pixel art adventure, but occasionally you do have scenes of violence because you are literally investigating murders. So in this case, yeah, we found an old woman who's died, and we're going to have to investigate the crime scene to figure out what happened. Now, Rex, being a former police officer, does still have contacts on the force, so they're on the way, but we also have cyber eyes, so we can start to examine the body and figure out a cause of death. So yeah, here it's sort of a pixel hunt. You have to pan around until you find things, and it's sometimes obvious what you're looking for. Like, yeah, if you examine the points of blood, you can find out where she was struck. And then you switch to cyber vision to look for less obvious clues. Yep. Left hand has a ring finger. Strangely shaped wound. Liver mortars on the face. So yeah, the bar up top gives you a rough idea of the progression you're making in a given crime scene. Sometimes you'll find clues that are related that we'll have to combine. So yeah, gash formed with something possibly formed when hit by something blunt. Strangely shaped wound. Combine the two. Strange wound caused by impact with something blunt, most likely the cause of death. So you're still basically pointing and clicking and putting stuff together, but there's a nice consistency to what they're describing. The evidence that you collect feels considered and paints a fairly vivid picture of what's happening. So yeah, traces of jewelry worn on the neck and left finger. Signs of rigor mortis are different from other areas, so the theft probably happened 4 to 5 hours after death. So someone took jewelry from her after she died. Possibly not the murderer themselves, but maybe someone who knows something about it. Yep. Postmortem abrasions on the heel. Scratches on the elbow and heel, and they seem to have formed after death. The corpse was moved at the time of the theft. So, yep, here we go. Dislocation of the wrist. What else are we missing here? Here we go. Combine. Time of death is probably 24 hours ago. More than 24 hours ago. Alright, so we put this all together. First stage autopsy analysis. It estimated that the death occurred more than 20 hours ago. The corpse suffered a fierce collision 4 hours after death and was dragged here. The theft of the jewelry also happened at this time. Alright, so now we look around for more clues. Some marks extend from the corpse to under the dumpster. Need to move it to find out more. Sorry, kitty. Alright, what was hiding under here? Clear traces of dragging on the ground, surrounded by footmarks. Judging from the footmarks, this person was thin in stature. Alright. Clear indications of dragging along the ground in the corpse, also some footprints. Indicates the corpse was moved. Marks on the ground continue in this direction. So yeah, because we have detective vision, we can get all sorts of abstract clues from the environment. They lead to this dumpster, where our friend Big Chungus here is resting. Falkenberg is a sound sleeper. We need something to distract him, like that bowl of cat food that's over here. Alright, big fella. Sorry to disturb your sleep, but I need to look inside that dumpster. Now, you can see it's dented right where he was sitting, but this big fella probably didn't put it there. Yeah, heavy object falling onto it. There we go. Dragging starts from here with more traces nearby. These footprints all seem to belong to the same person. Oh, thanks, Zero. Alright. Now you see that little watch in the top corner? As we get the clues, which are represented in gears, that once we get them all, that will pop out. That will indicate we can start putting them together. That it's it, Ivory. So this is one of the few recurring gameplay mechanics. The way we put clues together has to function as has to connect the stopwatch so that all the gears will turn. So we need to have one gear linking here, and then other gears connecting to it, like so. Now there's several combinations you can put these in. But what matters is all the gears have to turn. So, once you do that... Hey, look at that. It is, yeah. It's representing him putting the pieces together. I kind of get what they're going for. But yeah, at about 9 p.m. yesterday, Mrs. Perry fell straight onto the dumpster from above, leaving this dent on the lid. Not long after, a thief appeared and skulked around the corpse for quite some time. He or she hesitated, but decided to steal from the body in the end. After that, the corpse was dragged from here to the trash pile and covered with garbage bags. However, the thief did not clean up the traces and marks that were left behind. Judging from the time of death and the time of the theft, as well as the thief's behavior at the crime scene, the thief is unlikely to be the murderer. That person was possibly attracted here by the sound of the... Oh, I must have cut off the rest of that. But anyway, yeah, the thief committed the theft on impulse after seeing the valuables on the deceased. The deceased fell down from her apartment. I might be able to find out why Miss Perry was killed if I investigate the Sephora apartments. Alright. 5-0's here. Just in time for us to start interviewing people. Royd, what are you doing here? I thought you'd be putting your feet up in the new lieutenant's desk of yours. And I never would have guessed that you'd be the one to report the crime. It's been a while. Well, since you're already here, a big shot with time on his hands like you would have figured out who committed the murder by now. Care to enlighten me? Sir, the crime scene is under control. What are your instructions? Carl, come... Oh, shit, I'm in this game. Check it out. Bit part. I was not paid for this promotion. But seriously, people, talk to me. I'm willing to sell out. Very reasonable prices. Anyway, I'd like you to meet the famous Rex. He was on the force, too. Ah, we're getting some backstory. Oh, yes. You're regarded as some kind of hero on the station. Although, personally, I'm not impressed by what I read in the history books. Carl! It's okay, Royd. Don't mind him. Rex, tell us what you found. Well, first off, I actually know the deceased. Oh yeah, that wouldn't be an obvious conflict of interest at some point. She used to be a friendly face in the neighborhood before her husband died. But as for tonight, this is what I believe happened. And blah blah blah, as he explains. So I think our next course of action should be to investigate Mrs. Perry's home and the Sephora apartments. I apologize in advance if you feel offended, but I think your reasoning is based on unreliable assumptions. I believe the right thing to do is follow the actual clues, like the stolen jewelry. Not interested in your big-time detective nonsense. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get back to the crime scene. Man, I'm an asshole in this game. Carl! His temper gives me headaches sometimes. Rex, shall we find that apartment now? Oh, are you Rex? Oh, hey! We have a fan! Awesome! Get some advice? And some advice? Well, this might not be the best time. Sorry, I need to take notes. Ask for advice again later. Oh, hey, look at this. One of the local kids is taking care of Elizabeth, the kitty that William was chasing. The child knows the white cat. Maybe she can tell us something. It's Disco Elysium time. Talk to kids. They know everything. Hey, little friend. What's your... Oh, shit. We're getting raided. Hey, Tesseract. Hey, Chesh. Good to have you. Name is Alice. You know this cat? Of course I know her. She's the prettiest cat of them all. Mrs. Perry simply adores her. Aw, good kitty. Do you know which apartment Miss Perry lives in? I need to visit her. Lives in 303, right under my place. Alright, let's go take a look.
Yay!
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, how was your stream going? What'd you guys play? Ah, you're Che. Awesome. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. What were you streaming? Alright. Miss Perry wanted to be one of his supporters because his poster's in pristine condition. Aha. So she was voting for the human in the election. Interesting.
Yay!
Aw, thanks. I appreciate it. Alright. Up to floor 3. Some random Xbox stuff. Nice. Well, glad to have you here. Alright. Now, I don't know if this is strictly necessary, but we can talk to other people around the apartment, see if anybody noticed anything. Oh. Easy, pal. We just need to ask you some questions. Alright, so this guy was sleeping all day. Heard the sound of cats and children when he woke up. Thought Miss Perry had some children over at her place, so he didn't pay too much attention to it. Did you chat often with her? What else do you know about her? Miss Perry was a loner and she didn't talk to other people much. She took care of the street cats, though, and gave them food. Yeah, I could probably do a better job with making those a little less obtrusive. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yep, lady was in the shower. Need to ask some questions, ma'am. Hear anything unusual between 12 to 11 p.m. yesterday? Went shopping after lunch, didn't return till 10 p.m. We don't know what happened. Alright, so she wasn't around when it allegedly happened. So I saw a robot in front of apartment 303 when I left home yesterday. I don't know what it was here for. Oh yeah, the 360, even when it worked well, mine always sounded like a hairdryer. It was just constantly... It was very difficult to run that thing quietly. Other than some unpleasantness with the steakhouse and the entrance of the alley regarding street cats, she got along well with most people. Loved entertaining children, children loved her. She hated robots. Yep. Oh yeah, time to put on the expression with this young lady. Tell her, I want to make fuck with you. Apparently, if you try the expression on Clause when you first wake up, that is your verbatim reaction to her if you failed. Don't worry, brother. I am a professional. Alright. Guide the target signal by moving the disc. Oh, alright. More puzzles. Alright. Alright. Turn the outside lock. Here we go. Alright. Is it this simple? Probably not. Bollocks. Like I said, sometimes these can be abstract enough that you sort of fumble until you figure out what it is you're supposed to do. Like in this case, we're trying to get this marker up to that red square up there, which is a bit more tricky than it sounds. Then I remembered you've got things on the outside you're meant to move to, and then move stuff around. Alright, easy does it. I think this... not quite. Ah! Now I remember. Olaf, metal. That's fucking metal face. Oop. There we go. I think we got it. Yes! I'm the best at electronic lockpicking. Alright. Now let's have a look around the other crime scene. Whoa, we got us a robot intruder. Alright. Alright, what do we got here? Boy's moving not at all here. Alright. Take a look at this thing. Yep. Some hair belonging to the deceased on his hands. We have a possible murder suspect here. Soft artificial fingers. Clean and tidy servant uniform. Yeah, like I said, this is a game you really don't play for the gameplay. You basically play to get to the next pretty set piece and uncover the plot. It's pretty basic as far as adventure games go, and the puzzles usually aren't very challenging. Alright. So that code indicates the robot's shut down. But yeah, I like it largely because of its presentation and just the fact that it is just very often a treat for the eyes in the places you go to and the things that happen. Like I said, it softens the usual cyberpunk edges in ways that I kind of like. And that it creates a city that, yes, things aren't perfect, but they could be a lot worse. There we go. Thanks. Alright. Yeah, it's honestly a really nice looking pixel art game. So yeah, blood and hair has been detected on the robot, so he was involved in some way, but he broke down here for no obvious reason. Alright, he's in hibernation mode. Scared the hell out of me. I almost shot it. What's that on the couch? Blood. Hope it's not Chris's blood. Alright. Robots are unable to harm humans thanks to the 3 laws that absolutely definitely would not fail. So let's have a look here. Dry bloodstains on the front and back of the couch appear to be an attempt to... These bloodstains appear to be an attempt to clean up blood splatter. So we've got someone that did try to cover up the crime here. This is Miss Perry's blood. Looks like it's had a full 24 hours since the blood dried up. It's likely that Miss Perry was killed at about 12 o'clock yesterday. Thanks, Zero. Had a feeling someone would get that. From the trajectory of the blood splash, it was an upward strike with the swing starting at a low angle. Let's assume this is the primary crime scene. We'll organize all the information we have so far. Meanwhile, let me know if you find something else. Alright, blood on the couch. Looks like Miss Perry had a visitor before she died. Let's see what other information we can find. Fingerprints and lip marks from Miss Perry in one of the cups. The other has marks left by a child? We need to find out who this is. Right, yeah, the whole thing is... It's the omission of action clause that allowed robots to basically find ways around the first two rules. Alright, something up with this here candlestick. Ah! Miss Perry's fingerprints. Oop. There we go. Alright. There should be a matching candlestick, and this is most likely the murder weapon. Although the pattern on the bottom of the candlestick is similar to the shape of the fatal wound, there's no trace of blood there. The murder weapon must be another matching candlestick. It's not here at the crime scene, so we can't confirm that right now. So yeah, possible murder weapon. Yep. William's going after the kitty again. Miss Perry's diary. And if we can find her key... we can get all her dirty secrets. I mean, information about the crime. Cat paw marks with traces of blood. Entirely possible. This is the grim darkness of the future, so who knows? Maybe they are murder kitties. Alright, I gotta talk to him. Done with the investigation here. Let's check the next room. Alright, Carl told me they caught a suspect, so I better take a look. A suspect, eh? Sure, I'll come over when I finish here. Alright, what else do we got here? A moose cake is left untouched for seemingly more than 24 hours. Yeah, probably the last thing she baked. Ah! There's something peculiar about this set of cat paintings. There seem to be some hidden switches in them. Now, I like cats. I'm allergic to them, but I absolutely adore them. I don't know if I'd have these particular paintings in my house. Like, this is... something about this, other than the fact that it's very obviously a puzzle. Or a component of a puzzle. So it takes a little bit of finagling here. But eventually... you figure out you're meant to push them in a sequence where they stay lit up. So, yeah. 5... 4... Oop, not that one. 5... 2... 4... 1. Oop, nope. 5... 2... 1... 4. Bingo! Now what's this? Miss Perry's gift for Jenny's birthday, beautifully wrapped. A bronze key. Well now. Alright, Miss Perry's schedule. This could hold some important clues. Must be something in the apartment that relates to the passcode. I think we can figure this out. Oh, okay, so it's not the painting puzzle. Not yet. Thinking a little too far ahead. Like I said, most of the puzzle solving in this game is pretty basic. There are a couple optional areas where they get a little more abstract and interesting, but nothing in the main line of the plot is going to stretch your brain for too long, except the occasional kind of bullshit fiddle with this unique set of mechanics until you figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing puzzle. I was feeling a bit upset when I saw you off at the door. They're saying robots are becoming more determined lately, so the government is getting tougher and stricter and the parade might be stopped. But you told me the robots' actions are justified, as those with consciousness and knowledge deserve more than being treated as simple machines. That they should be given the same rights as a human being. You hugged me and left. I almost called your name to make you stay, but I know I should support your decision. I was waiting for you with lunch ready, but the police came instead. My world became dark when they asked me to identify your body. Soon I saw you in the morgue. I knew it was you through your hair. I knew it was you even though your hair, your face, and your clothes were all covered in blood. I wish I was wrong. My love, my world. I can't believe you were murdered by those cold and heartless machines. I will never forget what they have done. Aha! So yeah, now we have a date. So, 0421. Oh, so close to 0451. Ah, you had one job game. Yeah, there's a few that fit this kind of aesthetic and use kind of deliberately simple and stylized graphics for good effect. Lone Survivor, I liked how that game looked and the overall mood of it. Yeah, exactly, 0251. Oh, not quite. 0421, I'm sorry. There we go. Alright, so, Miss Perry, what were you up to? Alright. Saturday, September rent due, cookies and dried fish, feed little things, cookies, add more water. I'm not an expert on cats. I don't know how safe it is to feed them cookies. I feel like that would quickly lead to problems. This might be an amateur hour crazy cat lady. Cookies and dried fish. Alice is visiting. Prepare fruit and tea. Alright. Looks like Miss Perry's for robots didn't extend to electronic appliances. According to her schedule, the only guest she had yesterday was a little girl named Jenny. Alright, so Jenny will come yesterday, prepare some strawberry mousse. Ooh, interesting. So that's what she cooked. There are specially made cat cookies. Okay, makes sense. Interesting. This is visiting who likes mocha cake. Okay, so yeah, today is Thursday. And that's about it. Birthday surprise, Jenny's birthday. Don't forget the surprise. Right. Alright, so we've got everything we need to solve this thing. Let's put this one together. So yeah, the clues. The missing candlestick, the visitor from yesterday, the robot suspect, blood on the couch, and Jenny. So, let's see. It was next week. I want to say it was the 28th or the 27th. Best way to start this is to figure out which gears will fit with the starting gear and go from there. Like this doesn't quite connect, but this big fella does. So if you do that, you start having a good sense of which gears go where. Ha! Nice, small world. Alright. Alright, so that doesn't work. So the big guy doesn't connect directly to the first gear. This is our next one. Be a bit fiddly navigating this with a mouse and keyboard. Oh. There we go. 3, 4, and 5. Hell yeah! Talk to us, Rex. What do you got? Miss Perry entertained her little guest in the living room with fruit tea, and the two of them seemed to have an argument for some reason. The guest struck Miss Perry with a candlestick matching the one I found. The strike didn't kill Miss Perry immediately, but immobilized her. She died sometime afterwards. The robot entered the crime scene and dumped the body. The robot stopped working after that and stayed there for an unknown reason. The candlestick that was the murder weapon was taken away from the crime scene, and it's highly likely that the murderers destroyed it. I'll have to let the police investigate this further. The crime scene investigation is almost complete. Wonder if that little guest was Jenny. Need to tell Roy to bring her in for questioning. There's something suspicious about the robot, too. I need Roy's authorization to carry out an internal core investigation. Alright. Looks like our police friend has gone for the moment, leaving us alone with the robot. Although I think we actually have to go downstairs because they did mention that they found a suspect. Ah, here we go. I didn't kill her, it wasn't me. Oh, hey, it's the bum we crossed earlier. You're sticking to that story even though we have solid evidence and a clear motive. I'll extract the truth from you back at the police station. Man, I really am an asshole in this game. Alright, what's going on here? Excuse me. He's one of the homeless people from the neighborhood, and he was pawning some jewelry at the store this morning. The jewelry belonged to Mrs. Perry. Ah, so he was the thief. This guy? I've seen him around. While he might commit theft or burglary, he isn't capable of committing murder. First off, the timing isn't right. According to the investigation of the corpse, the theft happened 4 to 5 hours after the time of death. If he wanted to murder someone for their valuables, he wouldn't have waited hours before he took them off the body. It really is, yeah. Second, there was no trace of him at the primary murder scene, Mrs. Perry's home. If he wasn't present at the primary crime scene, it means he was probably the thief, but not the murderer. Exactly, you're absolutely right. I stole the jewelry, but I didn't kill anyone. Based on all evidence we've collected at the crime scene, the little girl named Jenny should be our prime suspect right now. Yeah, let's blame the murder on a little girl. This'll go over well. Yeah, this is an appropriate reaction. The main suspect is a little girl? What the hell's wrong with you? Alright, Carl. Take him away and we'll talk later. I like that Carl appears to have... Actually, both cops appear to have, like, electronic ties. Like, look at that. They're actually animated. That's cute. Dumb as hell, but cute. This is the future. Everything has to be digitized. Alright, Chief. I know this is crazy, but you gotta believe me. A little girl did the killer. A little girl did the killing. Need to bring me a little girl named Jenny. I need to ask her some questions face to face. Alright, I'll get her. We need to find out more about that robot, too. Very suspicious. I need your authorization to examine him from the inside. No problem. I'll find you if anything turns up. Alright, let's take a look at this here robot. How to show the robot's head. In order to access the electronic brain, you need to first unlock each slot and remove the covering. Oh, is it time for another puzzle? I think it is. Yep, here we go. Proceed by sliding out pieces that aren't interlocked with others. The age of this robot means the system can't be too complicated. Alright, so we gotta reverse Tetris this shit. So you mark the pieces in order to slide them out so they won't intersect with other pieces. It can be a bit tricky, but it's not always clear which way they're going to go. So, take that out. That out. That. Ah, yeah, see? Come on. There we go, yes. I'm the third best at solving puzzles. And because that puzzle wasn't exciting enough, we get 2 puzzles. Outstanding. Alright. So yeah, this is all scuffed to hell, and you sort of have to blindly figure out how to proceed. There we go. Now we have access to its brain. There appears to be a strange implant on it. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. We're wigging out, kids. Yeah, good question. What is going on? Is this the robot's memory? Why didn't he save Miss Perry's life? That's already a violation of robot principles. Yep. It's complicated. I touched a robot's brain and then started hallucinating, but yeah, I'm totally a competent detective whose testimony can be considered credible now. I think there's something wrong with this robot. There's some kind of device implanted in its brain. We'll talk about that later. The new Special Mission Squad is taking over this case, so we need to cease our investigation. Oh shit, we got some jurisdiction pissing contest going on here. We found out this Jenny is the daughter of an important man. Yeah, exactly. No sooner had I retrieved her file than the order to transfer the jurisdiction to the investigation came in. They had already arrived, too. The scene is now under our control. Leave now and stay out of our investigation. Love how top-heavy this guy is. He had a history as a bouncer, I'm sure of it. Ah. Inspector Royd, it's quite surprising that you're asking a private detective to ask with your investigation. I need kind of a nasally, obnoxious nerd voice with this guy. You just asked him to help? Is that standard police procedure? I've heard you decided to make Miss Jenny our primary suspect. Now, look, I know all this is crazy, but hear me out. I had a hallucination. Oh yeah, it's definitely having that feel to it. That else, tea party, went home when it was over. We found your fingerprints on the tea set. You were Mrs. Perry's guest. Classic Orange. I was just visiting Miss Perry like I had promised. I didn't stay for long and had no idea what happened later. I've accessed the memories of the robot, and I know that both you and the robot were there when Mrs. Perry lay injured and immobilized on the couch. The steward went crazy and attacked Mrs. Perry. I ran away because I was scared. I'm afraid that's not possible. Judging from the trajectory of the blood splash, the strike came from below. The robot steward was so tall it would need to crouch down in a weird posture to deliver a strike that matches the evidence. The lack of force behind the blow also makes it unlikely the assailant was a robot. All signs indicate that the wound was inflicted by something far weaker. A child, for example. Miss, you don't need to answer his questions. We'll find a professional to record a proper testimony later. Detective, you accessed the robot's memory without authorization. I can't pretend I didn't hear that. I don't think you found your so-called murder weapon yet either. Yep. The cavalry has arrived. The catvalry, if you will. Hey, William! Shown up to the rescue with the murder weapon in question. Is that the... This is simply... Well, now we have the alleged murder weapon. All we need to do is match the fingerprints and to reveal the truth. Well, that's our job. Please leave immediately. Well, Inspector Roy, do I need to have a chat with your superiors? That won't be necessary. We're just about to leave. Wait a second. Wait a minute. I have something for Jenny. Oop. Oh, I thought I could pet William. We'll actually have a little sequence to figure out how he got the murder weapon here. At first, we have to give Jenny her birthday present. Jenny, you are such a kind and loving girl. The way you always drop in to visit me. Today is your birthday, and you're about to become a young adult. I know you like little Elizabeth very much, so I've decided she's to be your birthday present. I know you'll be good to her because you're such a loving child. I've also made a nameplate for her collar, which has been engraved with your name. Starting today, Elizabeth is yours. I hope you grow up happily, and I'll always be there to serve your favorite cakes and fruit teas when you want them. Oh. Yeah, she was a nice old lady, and you killed her. Oh. About that robot, can you tell? Enough. Inspector Royd, get this person out of here. He should never have been here in the first place. Royd, I believe there's something unusual about that robot. If we give up now, we'll lose critical evidence. I'm sorry, Rex. You know that after the special takeover, my hands are tied. The SMS is such a pain. Now I'm no longer in the inner circle. Can you get me a picture of that implanted device? I didn't have much chance to take one just then. It won't be easy, but I'll try. You were acting a little unusual just then. Did something happen? Well, I'm not quite sure either. Now that I think about it, maybe something on that robot affected me. I see. Seems like there's more than meets the eye here. Let's talk about that later tonight. It's a good bar, I know. Alright. Need to ask someone about the implanted device first. Need to head back to the station now. I'll send you the address of that bar I mentioned. Alright, see you later. Well done, William. How did you find that murder weapon? Oh, it's just a funky type of cafe. Yeah, we have cat cafes. Why not have dinosaur cafes? William dances excitedly as he explains what happened. It seems that he had quite an adventure. "2 hours ago. Hey, we're playing as William again. Are you saying it was you who took the candlestick away?" "Yes, I couldn't let Jenny hit Miss Perry with that thing again, so I grabbed it and ran away." "Good thinking, but it's a very important piece of evidence. Could prove who the murderer is, so we have to get it to Rex." "Yes, but I lost it." "Calm down, it's okay. What happened?" "I was so scared after I jumped off Miss Perry's windowsill, I just started running, and then all of a sudden I was in the middle of Biocat's territory. Then..." "Oh yeah, we got some cat gangsters here." Biocat's territory, loose billboard. I think I know where that is. Time is of the essence, so I need to find that murder weapon now. Rest up and wait for me. Alright. William to the rescue. Let's go find that thing. Alright, obviously we can't jump there just yet. This is missing a handle there. That's the thing, yeah. These cats are obviously far more intelligent than they look when you're playing as Rex. And yeah, they're able to hold sophisticated and fairly complex conversations. Thanks to the insightful leadership of the boss, we cats have finally driven those damn biocats from the Fisher family out of this district. Now we're the most powerful family around. Oh yeah, we got the cat mafia going on here. Like, it's startling how quickly the tone in this game turned around from a fairly straightforward murder mystery with kind of a weird political angle, and now we're playing as a cat dealing with cat politics. Desio took catnip again. He told us he was clean, but look at the trouble he caused. He deserved to be punished by the boss. And each of them has their own distinct art style, and that still manages to convey everything you need to know about their character. Like I said, I really love how this game looks, and just... yeah, the localization of some of the background text and the lore items... Oops, interested in the lever. If the cats don't appreciate my work, I will give it to you on one condition. If you can answer 3 questions correctly about me and my family, I will give you the lever. Not just yet. I feel like I have to actually learn about this dude's family. Can't proceed without a permit. Meow. To meow with it, I'll have to pay a visit to the boss, the infamous Vito Bourbon. I don't know, the cats are weirdly drawn to the same things that humans are drawn to. These are very human-thinking cats. Well, like I said, it's just a really nice-looking game, and very often you're running around a city, and there's lots of color, there's lots of attention to detail. Every little thing has charm and personality to it. Alright, I think I do have to answer the questions first. Alright, what is my profession? You're obviously an artist. Next question. What is the boss's favorite quote? I believe you said each cat has their own destiny. Next question. What is the name of our rival family? Ah, the Fisher. Yay! Aw. Tom's willing to give us the lever. Thanks, Tom. Alright, let's head back down. Let's get that thing moving. His little kitty paws reach up, hit the lever, and with a mighty kitty hop, he reaches up to here. Fuck you, goldfish. You're a puzzle item now. Yeah! Alright, and upsy daisy we go. Alright, I believe we had to fix this matching the colors in the other room. Boss, I'll let you in if you can make the neon lights become the color as Miss Anna. Oh yeah, so the cats all have a crush on this virtual star, so we need to adjust the colors. I believe it was... Actually, I believe it was red, yellow, green. There we go. Yes! Alright. That's actually the cat, the big cat that was in the alley earlier. And he serves as a very handy counterweight to work this elevator. There's some very sophisticated cats here. Hold it right there. Who do you think you are just waltzing in here like that? It's okay, Bradsy. Let's not scare our little friend here. Sorry, boss. I was just worried that there's no need for concern. In fact, he might have arrived at precisely the right time. The Bourbon family could use a cat like him. You must be William. I've heard about you. Most Honorable Don Vito, please permit me to enter the Biocat's territory. You know how to respect your elders. This virtue is rare among the younger generations. This is a turbulent time for our family and its territory, so I've declared a state of martial law. No cat may pass other than the cats of our family. The good news for you is I require some assistance with a very important task. If you agree to do it for me, you'll have my blessing to travel as you please. Alright, he's making us an offer we can't refuse. Let's do it. Yeah, exactly. Each cat has their own destiny. What can I do for you? A biocat has infiltrated our family and leaked information about our family to our enemies. I need you to root him out for me. Do you have any suspects? Yeah, it's another recurring theme. You'll see more posters with kind of conspicuous lines carved through them or drawn over them as you go. Speak to my counselor Martin about the details. He knows all about these biocats. Alright. I think there's a lore item explaining a little more about biocats. Where is that? Oh, that's text log. There's danger at the moment. Okay, not terribly interesting. But yeah, the implication is that the biocats are artificially generated, whereas these cats are pure-blooded. Here, Don Vito and him around. Father grounded me because of some matter concerning the Fitcher family. Oh, hey! We got another cat that's flirting with William here. Well, actually, I'm kind of in the middle of a case here. Aww. Alright. Damn it. My one weakness, memory. Excuse me. Bit of coffee down the wrong pipe there. Yay! The Mafia princess gave us a kitty ball here. Aw, thanks, Zero. It's alright, Falkenberg. Alright. So let's see what we can find out about this mole here. About that biocat, or maybe I should call him a traitor. Boss and I have some suspects in mind already. Tessio, one of the founding members of the family, is addicted to baked catnip. You can usually find him taking a nap in the safe box. Paulie, the leader of the servant team, likes to imitate human ninjas and is always trying to disguise or conceal himself. There's one more suspect. You might have already met him. This is one of the most trusted members of the family, the boss's right-hand man, Bradsy. Oh, thanks, Van. Bradsy's a suspect too? He is. When it comes to those damn biocats, you can't be too careful. How do you distinguish biocats? The biocats of today can easily be recognized by their looks, but the first-generation biocat we were looking for is a bit different. Maybe, maybe not. I recently found a room full of books in an abandoned apartment nearby, so I had some other create a library. I found pictures of first-generation biocats, but couldn't read the humans' writing. To you, William, you might be able to read some of it, as you're closer to humans than most around here. Done your research? Yes, I can read a little. Perfect. Go find the materials you need and let me know if you discover anything valuable. One more thing. Remember the law of Omerta. Do not speak of this to anyone else. Duly noted. Alright. I'll probably call it in a minute. Basically, all this is talking about what William had to do to find the candlestick, which has gone on its own little misadventure. And he's got his own little side area to wander through with his own little puzzles and such. And you'll find more puzzles like this as you go, where you alternate between Rex and William as you solve puzzles and work your way through the city. Like here, yeah, if we adjust them, just these little platforms like so. Not much I can do over here. Alright, back across and back up. So yeah, like I said, nothing about the gameplay is terribly inspired. It's good enough that it doesn't get in the way of you continuing with the story and finding the next set of clues that you need to proceed, and moving to the next set piece. And honestly, that is the real draw of this game, just the overall look and feel of it. Let's jump over here. I think the library he mentioned was this way. Oh, hey! Found one of them. Alright, well, we need a puzzle item for him. Yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll call it in just a sec. I just want to see if I can get down to the library there. There we go. Okay. Hop on up there, William. Old pet magazine with detailed information about first-generation biocats, their strengths and weakness. So this is telling us that different colored cats will react differently to a set of tinfoil. Orange cats will love it, blue cats will hate it, red cats will be moved to tears by it. So this is one possible way to sniff out the traitor. All we need to do is find a bit of foil. And I think that was... bollocks. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in here. Yep. The man-machine agreement. Remember that robots allowed humans to write the 3 principles into the source code. Hope humans don't try that with us cats. Ah, there's some catnip. Outstanding. Oh, now we're down here. Alright. There was one other place we could get to. Right, yeah, you can see up there, there's the foil unicorn. So all we gotta do is get back up. As he does it, down we go. Alright, right across, William. Yay! A Blade Runner reference. Awesome. Alright. Let's head back into the back into our friendly neighborhood cat mafia's territory. Alright, now here's an orange cat we can try the foil unicorn on. Oh, actually no, I'm mistaken. We throw a ball and get him down. Seems to like the little ball so much he can't stop sniffing it. Ah, oh, I get it, yeah. Now we hop up in here, put the catnip over the trash barrel. William, you gotta get the catnip, brother. There we go. I suspect that would not work, but then again, we are talking about a very fast and loose cyberpunk dystopia here. Or as I keep saying, cybernoir dystopia. And again, really, it's not really that dystopian. I mean, run a quick test on you. Yes. Do you have any strong feelings about this here unicorn? He does not. Alright. No way he could fake the tinfoil reaction. He's not the one. Alright. You enjoy your catnip, sir. Never trust a junkie, kids. Yeah, they come up with some adorable cat designs, and we'll actually see more of these guys even after the quest is over. Easy, buddy. Just look at the foil. Ooh, hey, what's this? Did the boss just react to the unicorn right now? Ooh, plot twist. You playing a prank on me? No, I've completed my test. Thanks for your cooperation. Bradsy reacted normally, but the boss's reaction was somewhat unusual. Ah. So now we're getting to some, do android cats dream of electronic yarn balls? I mean, they're not really androids. Like I said, they're kind of artificially created cats. But they have certain eccentricities to them that normal cats wouldn't have. Alright, oh right, we gotta talk to Paulie. Paulie, where you at, friendo? Clever. So yeah, a lot of the gameplay is like, well, not a lot, but a fair amount of the gameplay is like this as you backtrack around areas and hit levers until everything moves in just the right position for you to proceed. And that can be a little obnoxious, but it's rarely holding you up for long. It's not a terribly long game by itself. I want to say maybe 7 or 8 hours. But I do like the overall course of it. Alright, Paulie, I need you to look at this foil unicorn. Alright, no reaction. Better report this to Martin first. Right. Yeah, honestly, the cats are a big reason why this game stands out to me as just so uniquely charming. It's just, they... which way do we go? Here we go, yes. Things like this take a lot of the edge off of an otherwise sometimes pretty gruesome murder mystery. Because obviously they're painting the fact that these cats are fairly intelligent, and William is essentially Rex's partner. And they get into all sorts of danger and crazy shenanigans as the game goes on, and it softens Rex up considerably. It softens up the story considerably. Right, I was going to talk to the other guy. And it turns, yeah, what would otherwise be a pretty by-the-numbers science fiction noir story with questions about identity and loss, and turns it into kind of almost kind of a comfy adventure. Like, again, the city is just so goddamn pretty to look at, and it's well presented, the music consistently fits, the art style is charming and evocative, and it's just, it's a simple game, but ultimately one I enjoy quite well. Fine. Candlestick, right, I think we can proceed now. Yeah, it's not a game that once you finish that there's a lot of reason to go back, but I found the overall arc of it satisfying enough to complete at least once. Alright, and now we can move on. Outstanding. Alright. Alright, William, time to do what you do best. Where's the way up? Come on. Right. There we go. I hadn't heard about Stray, but for the name of it, I'm gonna guess that's cat-related. Get him! Yeah, it's fun seeing the kind of... Oh, I think we got some physics screwing up over there. Oh, that's great. There's our candlestick. Aw, that sounds cute. Well, so someone had an adventure. Too bad I can't understand you. Either way, I need to thank you for retrieving the murder weapon. Here, have some dried fish. Getting late, and I still need to ask the old man in the repair shop about the implant device and take a taxi to the bar. Aw. So anyway, yeah, we'll call it there. That's Tales of the Neon Sea. Thanks everyone for coming in. Like I said, I really enjoy it. It's ultimately a very simple adventure, but I think it's fairly well presented. The narrative kind of stumbles at times, but it paces itself well. There's downtime between plot events, and overall hits the mood that it's going for. Yeah, there's sometimes some weird tonal shifts, but overall I really like what it's trying to do. It's the kind of game where you have the stock obligatory 20-foot-tall geisha advertisement, but then you talk to her because she's a sentient program with a robot boyfriend, and you question her about her disappearance, and she becomes part of the case. It's looking out over that city with your stalwart cat companion and wondering what kind of trouble you're going to get into today. That's this game, and that's why I like it so much. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Had a really great time. As mentioned, I'll be taking Saturday off. Not sure what I'll be playing next Sunday, but I'll update the channel as soon as I can. In the meantime, gonna stop recording, and we'll see who's available. So, have a good night. See you next time. Thanks for coming.